Lady Flames lacrosse season gets underway this Saturday. Liberty at home hosting number 8 Johns Hopkins in a rematch of the first round of the NCAA tournament from last year. Lady Flames are the defending ASUN champs, picked to repeat here again this year. And for more on that, we catch up now with senior Ava Rajala. And appreciate you taking a few moments here for us, Ava.
Yeah.
This has got to be an exciting time of the year. It's game week. How ready are you to get out there and play somebody?
Oh, man, we've just been so excited for this moment. I mean, last year they gave us a really, really tough time. They're great competitors. We really respect their game and how they do things, so we're really excited to play them again.
Coming off of a conference championship, what's that feeling? You know, I mean, you've been close before in the past to actually get it done and now come in with a little bit of a target on you. How's the team handling that?
I think we're just ready to come back and do it again. I mean, I feel like we were so close in the past that we kind of ripped the Band-Aid off, and we feel like we can really do this back-to-back if we really wanted to. And it's definitely going to be harder, but we're just excited to get back here again.
One of the experienced players coming back, a lot expected of you. What do you expect of yourself?
You know, I think I expect to just come back with the same confidence and just to put courage in my teammates. We got a lot of new girls here, so the more that I can confide and put confidence in these younger girls, I think we'll get to a really good start here.
How has preseason progressed with, like you said, a lot of new players, new teammates? Has everyone gotten acclimated with one another?
Yeah, I feel like the team chemistry this year is just like on a whole other level. Like there's this bonding and connectedness that we came into this year, and just it's great to have each other's backs. It's a really good feeling.
How would you compare it to last year?
You know, I feel like last year we had a lot of older girls, but the girls coming into this year who are younger, they've had great attitudes, great work ethic towards practices, games, and it's just like made us this stronger and better team. So I feel like it's stronger this year than it has been in years past.
You know, you're an attacker, but last year you were leading the country in cost turnovers per game, one and a half per game. How much pride do you take in that and just being able to affect the game in a lot of different ways?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I respect our defense, and I want them to do as least of work as they can. And, yeah, I just want to do anything for my team, get the ball back, make a play, have some fast endurance under us. And, yeah, I do anything for my team. So that's really appreciate that.
Practicing indoors here today. There's a lot of snow and ice still on the ground outside. Hopefully have that cleared off by Saturday. But you grew up in Minnesota,
Yes,
so you're
yes.
kind of used to this.
Yes.
What was it like growing up playing lacrosse in a place like Minnesota where you've got snow and ice on the ground all the time?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I remember there was a couple times where in middle school we would full on be playing in the snow. We would pick up ground ball, and like at least a pound of snow would come off of our head of our lacrosse stick. So it definitely feels like home playing in this weather. So I'm actually glad I'm acclimated to it because it feels like home.
You also played ice hockey in high school too, right?
Yes, I did for a couple years. So that's definitely helped my game here as well.
What made you choose lacrosse over that?
You know, I think a lot of more opportunity grew with lacrosse, and being from the Midwest, it's not as big. But hockey was super popular where I'm from, and I loved playing that sport. But, you know, Liberty's always been my main dream, and I feel like lacrosse could take me here. And they don't have a D1 hockey program here, but club, which I really respect. So I just felt like lacrosse could really take me to my dream school, and it just obviously was a better option.
Lastly, here, we'll talk about Johns Hopkins coming up this week. Again, you saw them in your last game. You opened the season with them here this year. What are you expecting this time around, and how are you preparing for them?
Well, you know, got to respect their coach. He does a great, flawless game. A lot of really good defenders. Like I said before, we respect their game. They don't quit. They gave us a really tough battle last year. So I think we're ready to come back, watch our film from last year especially, and just go at it with them because we really appreciate the way they do things, and we feel like we're kind of a similar team to them. So it's going to be a really good fight.
Ava, thanks so much for the time. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
And now time to catch up with the head coach, Kelly Nangle, heading into this season, coming off a championship. I mean, that's got to feel great. I mean, you were so close so many times before to get it done last year and now come in with some expectations. What's the mentality of the team right now?
Yeah, it is definitely a new kind of experience for us. You know, winning obviously for the first time and then going into the season as a preseason favorite. We've never been in these shoes before, and I think, you know, we have to take it one step at a time. You know, I told the girls, I said it's a sign of respect for you guys that, you know, you got picked to finish first, but also that doesn't really mean anything. And we're just not used to being in this position. So I think, you know, it's this balance, right? Because obviously that was last year, but I do think there is a lot of value to that experience, and we have a lot of returners that now got to experience winning, got to experience playing in the NCAA tournament. Like, the only way you can understand what that's like is being in those games, and so I'm really excited to see how that experience is going to propel us this year. Because I think a big part of winning and then making it to that game is that, they felt like we really competed. They were in the game. And I think that's a whole different level that when it ended, like, I think they felt like, hey, we belong here. So I'm excited to see how that will translate coming into this year with a lot of returning players. So we're super excited.
Kind of ironic that you're playing Johns Hopkins again to open the year, right? You just saw them in the NCAA tournament. Now you open the season against them again. Is that a good thing for your team?
Oh, I think it's a great thing, and I think we competed, and I'm sure Tim loved that, and we play a very different style, and so we like to challenge teams, and we love playing the best teams because I think that's just how we're going to get better, and I love how our girls respond. Like last year, we opened the season at UVA and then home against UNC in the opening weekend, and it was tough, but our girls really responded, and you get a taste of what it's like at that next level and where the gaps are, and I think they responded really well from kind of looking at that test early on, and so we love to be able to get tested and be challenged, and Hopkins is a great team, and they play like a really fun style. They're really confident in who they are, and they're going to really challenge us. And even as coaches, I love preparing for these games because we get to see where the gaps are and see, these teams don't leave a stone unturned. So it's fun to prepare for that, and I think it's exciting for the girls, like leading up to, opening day. You're playing a top 10 team at home, and so, I think they're just excited to compete.
Talk about the rest of the schedule a little bit. You got a couple big home games. UVA coming here. You got Notre Dame coming here on April 6th. How exciting is it to look and see those kinds of teams? Talk about playing the best.
Yeah, we love, like I said, we love playing those games, and even to get to play them at home. You're right. This year we have UVA at home, we have JMU at home, we have Notre Dame at home, Hopkins at home. So these are all top 20, top 15 teams that we'll get to host, and I think that's just a testament to our team, and also that we love playing these games. I think these teams want to play us because I think we'll challenge them in some way, and I think that's what everybody wants, especially early on in the season. So, and throughout, like we have Notre Dame late, which I love. That's a game I hope that we continue to play home and away, and we just really want to be challenged because we want to be playing our best lacrosse in May, and I don't think we can get there without being tested and challenged, and I love that our girls have that mentality too, and I'm excited.
Talking about playing your best lacrosse towards the end of the year, how does the rest of the A-Sun look this year and playing the tournament down in Jacksonville this year?
Yeah, the A-Sun is just getting better and better every season. I think there's going to be a lot of teams that are going to be competing, and with the addition of Delaware, that's going to test all of us. I think Delaware is going to come in and compete, and I don't know anything about Austin Peay. They're a brand new program, but she's had a lot of success where she's been in the past, and they're really excited about starting a sport in a non-traditional area, which that's also fun, recruiting kids from non-traditional areas. So I'm sure she's going to have a great time kind of building up her roster. And all of these teams are there's not going to be a game that we play that is not going to be competitive, and I love that. Like, I'm here for us being challenged and being pushed, and I think it is going to be a battle. And going back down to Jacksonville, we spent so many years being down there. And this year they're doing the men's championship at the same time as ours. So that's going to be, again, another kind of new experience for us. But I'm excited because, again, I think every team is going to be ready, going to be willing to compete. And also we're in a different boat. We're going to have a target on our back. So we have to be prepared every time we step on the field because we're going to be pushed.
Looking at your roster here this year, you lose two of your all-time leading scorers from a year ago. Really, the main source of offense that comes back is Ava Rajala. You got a lot of defense back, though. How do you feel about the makeup of the roster this year?
Yeah, I'm excited that we have so many people returning from last year. Yes, we do have to fill two big holes on our offensive end, but to be able to return our whole defense, our goalie, our draw taker, and to get to see Ava step up into this kind of leadership role, like she's kind of sat behind those guys, like she was on the field, but played like maybe that third or fourth role. And so I'm excited to see her step into this situation. And I also think we have a lot of young players that are going to have opportunity to step up and to play. And we always say, how we start on Saturday is not going to be how we end in May. And so I'm excited to just see, there's so many players that we haven't really seen in a game situation. So, sometimes you get really surprised. You're like, man, this kid really shows up for games. So I'm excited to get to see those guys have an opportunity. But I do think, having such a backbone of players and leaders returning with the experience that we had last year, that does make the situation pretty unique. And obviously in college athletics as a whole, to be able to have some stability, have, kids that stay, kids that have developed under the system that are finally getting their opportunity, maybe junior, senior year, but they've been working in the system for, since they were freshmen. I'm excited to see those guys, that work pay off for some of these guys. So, I don't know. I'm excited to see, kind of like everybody, we're just like, we're going to see how we're going to do.
All right, Coach. Well, we appreciate the time. Wish you the best of luck coming up here Saturday, 12 noon, against a top 10 Johns Hopkins team.
Yep. Thank you.